Parkinson's Daily Exercise with Danica. Today we're going to work a little bit on coordinating those muscles and movement. So we'll need a tennis ball. If you don't already have a tennis ball, maybe go ahead and buy a few of them because we will use them pretty frequently in our series. So we'll go ahead and get started. Make sure that everything's safe around. You have a good environment to work out in, free of clutter. We want to keep that core strong throughout this sequence. And with that tennis ball, let's warm up a little bit. So we're going to start just tossing that ball from hand to hand. So we want to get a sense with the eyes of where that ball is so we can watch that ball a little. And then once we're comfortable with where that ball is, let's look straight ahead. And just sort of let those hands feel where that ball is going. We can glance down and take a peek for that eye-hand coordination. But don't just sit and stare the whole time. We want to get a little bit more sense of proprioception and that sense of touch. So we'll do a few more here, and then we'll hold it just in that left hand and toss it up, toss it up. So if we lose the ball, if it goes flying across the room, go ahead and hit pause on the video, get a hold of that ball, and then resume. Don't feel like you have to run and chase that ball and then get right back to it. Just hit pause, get the ball, bring it right back. We'll do a few more on that left hand, and then we'll switch it to the right. So good. I was never a huge athlete, so my eye-hand coordination is not perfect, and I have to work on this myself. So it's really good for the brain to work on these sort of muscle patterns that we're not as familiar with and not quite as comfortable with. So from here, we'll toss it back from hand to hand. This time maybe a little higher. Let's use those eyes to follow the ball. Maybe a little higher within comfort, but challenge those muscles. Challenge that brain all the way up and back down. Good breathing. Again, if we lose that ball, hit pause, come back to it. We'll do a couple more on each side. Yes. So now let's slow it down. As we take it to the left side, we're going to reach it out to the left. And then we're going to bring it back up, toss it, and then reach it out to the right. Toss it up, catch it, reach it. Toss it up, catch it, reach it. So think of that movement getting big as we reach. Up, catch it, reach it. Up, catch it, reach it. So we're using those muscles around that torso. Reach, up, catch, reach. Up, catch, reach. Few more each side. Getting that nice range of motion, but strength in that torso. Breathe, reach. Up, breathe, reach. Up, breathe, reach. Last two. One more each side. Great, and back to center. From here, we're going to warm up around those hips. A little coordination, bringing the tennis ball through the inside of the leg to the outside. So inside to outside, inside to outside. We want to avoid leaning forward into those legs here. We want to stay up, bringing the legs up to our chest as we toss that ball under the leg all the way around. Let's do 5, 4, maybe a little faster for 2 more, and 1. So that time we were going through the legs. So now we want to come around the outside and then through, outside and through. Outside and through. Good. Keeping the chest up. We want to breathe. A lot of times when we're really focusing, we're not working on our deep breathing. So let's work on taking some deep breaths while we're working coordination here. So a little faster for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Take that ball around the torso. In front, behind. In front, behind. Let's close the eyes. So we're in good posture. Our eyes are closed. As we take that sense away of sight, we have a little bit more sense of feeling in those hands now. Let's take the ball back around the other way. So we have taken that sense of sight away. We can feel those hands on the ball and using proprioception and that sense of touch even more. It's more heightened. Let's do 3 more. 2 more, and last one. From here, let's squeeze the ball tightly in the left hand, reach it up big, and punch it out in front. We're squeezing that ball. So not just holding it, but squeezing it. Developing strength in that hand arm and shoulder. Push it out, push it up, push it out, push it up. Keep squeezing that ball. Let's go 5. Keep squeezing, and 4. Keep squeezing for 3. Good. Tighten that grip. And we'll do last one, and then switch it. Squeeze it. Punch up and out. Punch up and out. Keep squeezing that ball. We're building that strength in those hands and wrists. Reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up. 5. Good. Keep that core strong. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Now we're going to take that ball between the knees. We want to squeeze that little tiny tennis ball between the knees. Keep the core strong. We're going to straighten out the leg on the right and then the left. So we want to hold that ball there. It may feel a little slippery in there, like it might want to slip out. If it does, go ahead and pause and then get the ball and come right back to it. We want to push out, push out. Just that sense of touch and coordinating those muscles, holding the ball while we straighten the legs out. So doing a couple different movements and making the brain think of a few different things at once. So 4 more. Good. 3 more. Keep the awareness on that ball for 2. Last one. And great. Now let's take the ball to the floor. We're going to do some toe touches. So tapping the toes, maybe watching for the first few to see where those feet are in space on that ball, then looking straight ahead and allowing those feet to find the ball without those eyes. Maybe even trying it with those eyes closed. Again, exercise can be done with shoes on or off. I like having them off sometimes so we can really get a sense of where those feet are and they're not holed up in those shoes. They can free, our toes can be free to move a little bit more, which is great for balance. So we'll do a few more. Feel those feet on the ball. And then we'll hold the right foot on top and maybe draw a little circle with that foot on the ball and circle back the other way. If you're on a slippery floor, that ball's gonna wanna try to get away. So keep it closed, maybe circle back again and the other direction. And switching sides, draw a nice circle on that ball. And if you wanna push a little bit harder on that ball and you have bare feet, you can actually feel the fascia in the feet loosening up a little bit. You might feel some knots in there. So double goodness. We can rub out the knots and help out proprioception. Good. Let's grab hold of that ball. One more time, nice and strong. We'll end where we began with that ball toss here. Maybe it feels a little bit easier than when we first did it. Hopefully. So we'll work on this, a little coordination, using that tennis ball. We'll grab a couple tennis balls. We'll do a lot more with the ball throughout our series. Have a great day. Thank you for joining. We'll see you soon.